Yeah, my name is Amlan Tumisiime. I'm the resident district commissioner, Kikuube district. Kikuube district is now 5 years old since it was carved out of Hoima. It has 5 sub-counties and 2 town councils. Of course, just like any other district in Uganda, Kikuube is not saved from land grabbers. We have a lot of land conflicts in the district. At the district, of course, we have tried to handle some of them, specifically where people have acquired illegal land titles. We have been able to work with the Minister of Lands, specifically Honorable Dr. Sam Mayanja, and there has been of great help. We have been able to investigate a good number of those titles that were illegally acquired, and they have since been cancelled by the Commission on Land Registration, of course, with the support and the direct control of the Honorable Minister Mayanja. At least those people who had lost their land were able to have a smile on their faces after a long time. And I don't know why land grabbers mostly target the elderly, the orphans, the widows. Those are I think they find them as soft targets. But we want to thank our government. They have come out aggressively to address the land conflict. The land issue is very, very, very pertinent in Bunyolo, and if it's not addressed, it is a time bomb. Because majority of our people, if not all of them, depend on land as a factor of production. All of these government programs we are talking about, the PDM, the Myoga, and the others, they all survive on land. Now, when you give people money when they don't have security of which parts of their land, chances are very high that even they may not be productive enough. But we have tried to do a lot of sensitization. We have engaged so many stakeholders. We have had a series of meetings, the barazas. One time even we had a whole team from Masindi Emuzo. They came on the ground. When I mean Samayanja was on the ground for 2 days to take through our people who owns land, who is the landlord, who is the kibanja holder, what is the relationship between the kibanja holder and the landlord, what are the rights of the landlord, what are the rights of the kibanja holder, and how does one acquire a land title? What are the steps taken? And if you don't take those steps, is that title legally accepted or not? So at least our people now have been enlightened. I must confess that at least our people now know who is the landlord, who is the kibanja holder. But also, we have realized that most of these problems where illegal titles have come out from nowhere, some area land committees, some of them have been deliberately also aiding land grabbing by filling forms on a piece of land which they already know is occupied by the people. And eventually they come to the district land board. The district land board also, by law, they are not very much mandated to go and do due diligence, so they only rely on the reports submitted by the area land committees, so they end up processing these titles. But at least we have also come to realize there are other stubborn individuals out there who forge signatures of area land committee members. So all those areas, at least now with this deliberate community sensitization, our people have been able to know that even when they see people, strange people, they ask, who are you? Because in order for you to process a land title, there are steps which are laid down in the Land Act. One, the area land committee was put in place by the government because the government knew their importance. So before you get a land title, the area land committee must make an inspection report. They must submit. The neighbors must consent. And then you submit. So to me, we are trying, but we also want to thank HE, the president. Kikuube specifically, the president has given us now 20,000 free land titles under the SLAC arrangement. This is the World Bank project which is funded, and our people are now processing free land titles. I call it free much as you are paying something small. You only pay 85,000 shillings only. Then you get a land title. So at least this one, I think, is the one way of the president's intervention to reduce on land conflict in the Kikuube district. But I pray it spreads throughout the entire Bunyolo region. That one would be very great news for the people of Bunyolo if all of them can do what? If all of them can get free land titles. To me, that one is very good, and we pray this program is not in any way disorganized. And once we do that, then our people definitely will enjoy security of occupants of their land. You know, land is something very important that every person would wish to take interest and also offer a solution where possible. Land is very scarce. The population keeps increasing, yet the land does not increase. So you can see the pressure, land pressure. But I want to say that as a government, as district, we work together with all other stakeholders to ensure that we try as much as possible to minimize. We may not solve them in one day, but we try to minimize the land conflicts. Because the land conflicts have even broken the families. Land conflicts have even extended up to religious institutions, up to cultural institutions. We are even find individuals grabbing church land, mosque land, school land, kingdom land. So it's a concern for everyone. But at least we have tried. I cannot say that we have done it all, but we have tried at least to reduce the land conflict from somewhere to somewhere. What do I mean from somewhere to somewhere? We have been able, for example, to identify fake land titles, and we have successfully cancelled them. And we have also been able to allow the rightful owners to process their own titles. Some of them processed before the government brought the 20,000 titles I talked about earlier on, but others, because they were able now to process their own titles. But we have also been able, with the support 100% of the Honourable Minister, Dr. Sam Mayanja, we have been able to resettle some of the evictees, people who had been illegally evicted from their ancestral land, and they're in hundreds. We have done it in Ruobunyonyi, we have done it here in Hoima, we have done it in Bombo, here in Hoima. Today we are doing it in Kyavasenja West, in Kitoba. We have restored some people, including a 93-year-old man, back to his land in Kinogozi, Kikuube, much as the owner, one pastor of a church, had actually even processed. You know, he clandestinely cancelled, of course, using some people in the midst of lands, cancelled this old man's land title, and he replaced it with his own land title. The Honourable Minister is in the process of ensuring that that title, Chevambi, Pastor Stephen Chevambi, is also cancelled, so that the old man's title is reinstated. We have also been able to use radio programs. We have spoken many times on different radio stations about land rights, land acquisition and protection. And at least from the feedback we get when people are calling in, you realize that they are appreciating that at least there's something government is doing to protect this common man called the Wananchi. So that one we are trying. But we request the government to continue putting more money in educate in the midst of lands for people to get more free land titles under the systematic land adjudication and acquisition (SLAC). Because for right now, the 20,000 titles in Kikuube, if the same can be extended to Hoima, to Kakumiro, to Bulisa, to Chiliandong, which is another epicenter for land conflicts in the region, you can appreciate that at least the vice will definitely go down. If only the government can also do us a favor and extend this service to the rest of the district in Bunyolo region. Kikuube, Kakumiro, I think they have. I am not certain of the number, but also the absentee landlords. If they can also pay these absentee landlords, they pay them money, and then this land reverts back to the community, to the Wananchi. That's another plus for the government. But we thank the president, we thank the Minister of Lands, really, we thank the Prime Minister of Uganda, Right Honourable Nabanja. They have really been on top of the game to address the issue of land, the land question issue in the Bunyolo region. The more you try to fight land grabbing in Uganda, the more you attract enemies. Because these people who illegally acquire titles in people's land are rich people. Some of them are connected. So the more you try to say, look, you are not going to take this person's land, it's not yours, you get a problem with him or her. Many of us have been falsely accused before our bosses in Kampala. And the people we protect, 99% of the people we protect, cannot even have time to go to Kampala. All of them are here thanking, we thank the government, we thank RDC, we thank the president, we thank the Minister Mayanja. But the other 1%, which terrorizes people, which grabs people land, they have vehicles, they have fuel, they have phones, they know each and every office, they go and tell lies. But good enough, whenever they go to report us to our bosses in Kampala, our bosses cross checks. And when they cross check, most of the times, they find us 100% correct. Most of the times. Although sometimes we can also make mistakes because we are human beings. Sometimes we even make mistakes when we don't know. But at least we have, those are the challenges where you are fighting now with land grabbers. Sometimes they want even to use the money to give you money to silence you at the expense of the wananchi. Now, if you are not a true cadre, if you are not a true cadre, you can easily be compromised. But some of us were appointed by the president to help him where he cannot be all the time, and that's why we say, take away your bribe, let us fight for the common man. We know now this is the festival season, and during such a festival seasons, land grabbers tend to use all tricks to access land, and they even inspect people's land. For us as this security committee, we said no more land transactions during this Christmas period. You will only transact after normal offices resume. I know you may say land's office has closed, the office of the RDC is open. Actually, I ordered all my security team, no one should go home. So we are alert, we are on the ground. But even the chairman and LC1 have not closed their offices. But also the neighbors themselves are there, they have not closed their homes. So do it at your own risk, but we shall arrest you.